Hey, welcome again to Wings as Eagles Ministry. This video today might be just a little different, but hopefully, we're not doing a teaching today, but hopefully it will be something that will make you smile and maybe renew your hope and renew your faith in your fellow man. Because sometimes we need to be there for others. A lot of times we go through things and we like people being there for us. So sometimes we can all work together and help each other to make it through this life. And that's what this video is about. The first thing I want to do is I want to share with you something I've seen over the weekend, and then I'm going to share with you a little inspirational type story. It'll only be a couple of minutes, but I think you'll get a lot out of it. They actually do really almost go together. If you're outside the United States, you probably didn't see this. And even if you're in the United States, unless you're a sports fan, you might not have seen it. But I seen it. There was a football game over the weekend. And if you've ever been to a football stadium or a baseball stadium, these are high up, way up. The baseball stadium that we go to when we go to our baseball games, we usually try to get on the same floor or the same level, and we have to ride an escalator up. It's that high. And once you're riding that thing up, you're looking down, and I mean, you can see the city behind you, and it's really high up. Well, and we're still not on the top floor. But there was a football game, and I'm going to try to just briefly describe this to you. But there was like the top floor of the football game, and then way down was the next level. It was way down here, okay? And it's really, I don't know how far it was, but it's far enough that if anybody fell and there was nothing there, they wouldn't have survived. Well, somehow or another, there was a cat that got into this stadium, this football stadium. And it started running along right below where the fans sat. But there was just like this one little piece that was all that was between this level and then the big drop before the people that are sitting below it. And the cat was on that little section. The cat slipped as it ran along, and it started hanging. Like this is the ledge. It caught its paw, like its little cat's paw, and it's there hanging by one paw. Its other paw and its back two legs are dangling in the air. The cat's just holding on. You actually see somebody reaching over and holding out their hand, and they can't reach the cat, but it's as if to say, "Come on, cat, put your paw in my hand and I'll pull you up." But obviously, the cat doesn't know what to do, you know. So the cat's there, and there's hundreds upon hundreds of people in this big area below the cat. Now, the stadium was pretty full, but I'm talking about right in that section. Well, there was a man and a woman that was sitting right below this cat. And the man said that they always bring a flag to the stadium. I don't actually even know what team it was, but they always bring a flag to their team stadium. And the flag they had pinned out in front of them on the rail beneath them. And what they did was, the man told the woman, and the cat's up there dangling, and everybody's watching and hollering, and everybody's actually, or most of these people now, are beginning to watch the cat rather than the game. The man tells the wife, he said, "Get the flag." And it was a pretty good sized flag. Well, the woman gets the flag. He tells her, he says, "Now you get an end and I'll get an end." But then some others started helping. Another person grabbed another area of the flag. Another person grabbed another area. And pretty soon they made one of these big like sheets to break the fall if they could get under the cat. You've seen these movies and things before where people would be trapped in maybe a burning building and out toward the window, and they'd put that thing for them to jump in. Well, that's sort of like what they was fixing for the cat. You can hear somebody as you're watching this yelling to the people, "Move a little more to the right, move a little more to the left," as they're trying to get them directly under the cat. Well, pretty soon, as you're watching the cat, it hangs on till it can hang on no more. And it lets go. And you can see the cat just falling down through the air. But guess what? He landed right in that flag they was holding. And everybody breaks into applause and hollering and screaming because this cat's life was saved because of these people. One of the people that was around, I don't know if he was the one that, I don't think he was actually the person that had the flag, but he was one of the people right around, held up the cat, and everybody was clapping and everybody was hollering. You know, it didn't even matter to them what was going on in the field. They was watching these people save that cat. And they was talking about how this man, when they interviewed him, you know, they was talking about how people, they was just there, but they did something that really helped. It helped save an animal's life. What a story. I told somebody, I said, I actually had showed my wife and my daughter on YouTube last night. Then I sent it to someone else, and they said, wow, that was amazing. They watched it all. I said, yeah, and I said, it was the best thing on TV all weekend because it showed how people can help others. And in this case, a cat. But here's the thing that I want you to think about. It went deeper. And I want you to look it up if you want to. When you make sure you watch the rest of this video because we're not done yet. But if you go to YouTube and punch up cat, you might begin to see something about cat falls at a football game. Watch that video. There'll be several of them. I watched one that was like 4 minutes, and it was really the best one I've seen out of all of them because it actually showed several angles and showed the crowd real good and all. So I think you'll enjoy it. I think it'll make you feel better. But it goes deeper because, as I said, we're in a time period today when a lot of people, we need our fellow man. Sometimes it's just a smile. Sometimes it just makes you feel good to hear somebody say, how are you this morning? Or are you having a good day? You know. And we can be that for other people. We need to be that for others because you know what? There's a time when obviously we either have needed or we will need somebody to be that way for us. I'm going to share with you something now, and this is just a little something that'll go along with that. But it really has a whole lot of the same meaning because what it is it talks about how God uses something, and in this case an ant, to help someone else. Everybody working together, we can help each other make it. Please like, subscribe to this channel, and I hope you enjoy this. Give it a listen and share it with your friends. God bless you. Now give this a listen. Thank you. This story is entitled The Ant and the Contact Lens. Brenda was a young woman who was invited to go rock climbing. Although she was scared to death, she went with her group to a tremendous granite cliff. In spite of her fear, she put on the gear, took a hold on the rope, and started up the face of that rock. Well, she got to a ledge where she could take a breather. As she was hanging on there, the safety rope snapped against Brenda's eye and knocked out her contact lens. Well, here she is on a rock ledge with hundreds of feet below her and hundreds of feet above her. Of course, she looked and looked and looked, hoping it had landed on the ledge, but it just wasn't there. Here she was, far from home, her sight now blurry. She was desperate and began to get upset, so she prayed to the Lord to help her find it. When she got to the top, a friend examined her eye and her clothing for the lens, but there was no contact lens to be found. She sat down, despondent, with the rest of the party, waiting for them to make it up the face of the cliff. While sitting there, she looked across range after range of mountains, thinking of that Bible verse that says, "The eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth." She thought to herself, "Lord, you can see all these mountains. You know every stone and leaf, and you know exactly where my contact lens is. Please help me." Finally, they all walked down the trail to the bottom. At the bottom, there was a new party of climbers just starting up the face of the cliff. One of them shouted out, "Hey, you guys, anybody lost a contact lens?" Well, that would be startling enough. But do you know why the climbers saw it? An ant was moving slowly across the face of the rock, carrying it. Brenda told me that her father is a cartoonist. When she told him the incredible story of the ant, the prayer, and the contact lens, he drew a picture of an ant lugging a big contact lens, and he put the words that follows. "Lord, I don't know why you want me to carry this thing. I can't eat it, and it's awfully heavy. But if this is what you want me to do, I'll carry it for you." Well, I think it would probably do some of us good to occasionally say, "God, I don't know why you want me to carry this load. I can see no good in it, and it's awfully heavy. But if you want me to carry it, I will." God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Author is unknown, but it's very, very, very powerful. What a meaning. Hope you enjoyed.